What up, though, my afro? It's your boy Tone 202. I want to reply to some comments about my Don't Move to Atlanta video. So let's get into it. You know, when you make a video, especially that long, you would hope people would get what you're saying. But there's just some misconceptions. For one, I have nothing against Atlanta, Atlanteans, the city of Atlanta. I didn't talk bad about it. Nothing bad ever happened to me in Atlanta. I simply expressed, if you're going to move there, this is what you'd be prepared for. Once again, this was years ago. This is 10, 15 years ago. Well, more than 10 years ago, definitely. So 15, 20 years ago. And I was talking about the culture and how much it was a culture shock to me. Now, I want to reply to somebody saying that if you go to any city broke, be prepared for the worst. And I agree with that. However, I didn't move to Atlanta without a support system. I had a young lady, a couple of them that I was dating, and I knew that I could get some help from them if I fell on hard times. Not to mention, I didn't move down here with absolutely $0. Okay, and I didn't move down there with no plan. I had my sister live there. So I moved in with my sister first, got myself going as far as work was concerned, and then, I went and got my own place. So I did have a support system. I wasn't there just willing. I didn't just go to, there's a lot of people who do that. I'm going to go to Atlanta with no money, and it's going to be okay. And then they get stuck down there, and, they have all kinds of issues. That wasn't what happened to me. It was, I had a plan. I made some phone calls. I had a place to live. I had some money in my pocket. And my lady friend helped me get down there. I kicked it with my sister. It was one of those 2-in-1 apartments. So I had my room over here. She had her room, kitchen in the middle, and it was great. You know what I mean? And then we had a little falling out. And I said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and leave. And then I went and got my own apartment. So, but I was working and everything. And like I said, things fell apart because I was working 2 jobs for the same temporary service. And once I lost one job, they let me go at another one. So there's that. So some of you were saying like I didn't have any hustle about me. Look, all I did was work. I worked. That's all I did was work, okay? So, saying that I didn't have any hustle about me is definitely not true because I wasn't broke. Some of you are saying if you don't have a vehicle, this is true. A vehicle would have helped my situation. But as I explained before, I really enjoyed riding my bike and then putting it on the front of the bus, going to wherever I was going, getting back on my bike. I didn't need to take a tour into the outskirts of Atlanta. I didn't care. I wanted to, do my little thing, down at 5 Points and all that other stuff. And I got around just fine. So I really didn't need a car. You know what I mean? Not everybody has a car in some of these cities because they can get around on a bus route, do everything they need to do. And it's even easier to do that now. Heck, you can go grocery shopping online. It's delivered to you. So it's even crazier now, So I didn't have a problem with grocery shopping. I went to the store, bought my stuff, either put it on my bike or had my bags in hand, took the bus back home, and I was cool with that. Wasn't a big deal to me. There's a couple other comments that I wanted to speak on. Another person asked me, am I still doing music? Yes, I still make music, but nobody really watches those videos. So I don't really do a lot of music stuff. But I wanted to look at some more of your comments. Atlanta is a mecca for black people. Okay, more than the DMV area. I never resided in the DMV. Most of the people who complain about Atlanta are not go-getters. Like I said, that's just not true. Plus, like I said, this was 20 years ago, and the economy wasn't that great back then either. Trust me, there were thousands upon thousands of people who showed up just for like 10, 20 jobs. They had a job fair and it was swarmed. So I wasn't the only one who was in a crisis at that time once I lost my job. So to say you're not a go-getter is just completely not true. Now, if I had a vehicle, could I have worked on the outskirts of town or in a neighboring town? Absolutely. So yeah, that was a hindrance. But you can't say that I wasn't a go-getter because there were thousands of us there and we were dressed to the nines. Okay? People with degrees upon degrees and they couldn't find a job. So, that wasn't, the case with me. I was going to get it, all right? Somebody commented about the rent, said I was right about the rent. Yeah, the rent's going up sky high. And some people talk about, the homosexuality of the, and how much homosexuality is going on or how much homosexual activity is going on. Like I said, I've never seen it because I was so focused on working and just doing my thing. I don't know any of those people, so I didn't go into those areas. Nobody's ever said anything to me, so I didn't have an experience with that. But it wasn't as rampant back then as it is now. I'm sure if I go down there, you're going to see it right in front of you. But like I said, I don't, have any dealings with anybody, not even at work, even at the job. I didn't see anybody at the job who was, of an alternative lifestyle. And that's what I mean by I didn't run into anybody. Even downtown, I went to a Roots concert full of beautiful black people. Didn't see anybody who was of that origin. Oh my God, it was so great. Oh my God, that concert was great. And it wasn't even a big concert. Oh my God, the women. Woo! A lot of people are talking about the women and how the women, how they're saying, I saw a lot of men that were, transformers. Once again, 20 years ago, wasn't like that. Bunch of women. And they're saying that because I said there are a lot of beautiful women who are friendly. And the women who are not so beautiful were not friendly. It was unreal. It was a complete reverse of what you get, where the city I'm at. And one example was the Roots concert. It was just amazing how beautiful these women were. And, I saw one chick and I was talking to our dude. I said, man, your woman is beautiful. And the chick said, you could tell me that. But I'm a very respectable person. So I was like, I don't really feel good saying you're beautiful in front of your man. But I was like talking to homeboy and I said, yo, you did good. Like, son, your woman's beautiful. And she was like, you could just tell me that. I was like, oh, okay, well, you're a good looking woman. And also, I had met a young lady at that concert, and she gave me a ride to the bus stop. She was, in my eyes, she was an LA 8. She was just excellent. She, gave me a ride like it was nothing. It was cool. So, I did run into a lot of women. I didn't run into any transformers. And if you say, how would you know? Listen, I wasn't trying to find out. Because I didn't date in Atlanta. Once again, I didn't care to date in Atlanta. It wasn't my focus. Women wasn't my focus. Money was my focus. Let me answer some more of this. Somebody says, stop moving somewhere broke. Once again, I was not broke when I moved to the ATL. I wasn't broke. I didn't have a job, but I wasn't broke. Somebody said they went from Cali to Atlanta and they moved back in 6 months. Thank you for all the new subscribers. I'm trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers. Right now, I'm at like 240 something. So thank you for all the new subscribers. Kenneth said, "Ain't no place like home." I feel you, homeboy. I feel you 100%. And somebody was talking about Boston. I didn't know that Boston was a very unfriendly place, but I did know it was a racist place. So, but I was thinking in terms of black people. I wasn't thinking in terms of how white people treat black people. I was thinking just in terms of how black people treat black people. Like it's really like, we not eating crabs together down there. We not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, I just wanted to talk about that. And yeah, it's your boy Tone 202. Peace.